Friends, greetings! Today we're gonna talk about something one of you requested, which is the anti-tank emplacement, aka the gaming chair. Let's go! Looking at the stats of the anti-tank emplacement, this one has a 3-minute cooldown, which can be brought down to 2.5 minutes with Super Destroyer upgrades. It deals 1300 damage with anti-tank 2 and the same durable damage. Funnily enough, even though this emplacement is pretty much a sniper emplacement, it has an insane drag of 75%. Also additionally, it has a 150 explosive damage on the AoE of the bullet, but this one doesn't really do anything and there's no point in really caring about it. The emplacement holds 30 anti-tank rounds and it has 300 health, meaning it's pretty fragile to the enemy attacks. The anti-tank emplacement, outside of being, well, a great anti-tank, as it's in the name, also is a great utility, but for that it needs a very well positioning, namely the high ground, because there you will be able to see most of the map and most of the objectives, meaning you will be able to take all of it down from one spot. It's great for taking down a lot of side objectives, and for the automaton outposts. Technically saying, you can also take down the illuminate outposts, but the warp ships have way more health and will take 7 bullets each, unless you see the entrance, so not really worth it. Also, while sniping from the distance, you have to keep in mind the bullet drop, which is noticeable after 200 meters, but how you adjust to it, I can't tell you because you only have the crosshair from third person, unlike for example the recoilless, which actually has additional lines so you can line up the shot. This one you just have to test. Also, the positioning is very important because it's very fragile, like I already mentioned, so for the face-to-face combat it's pretty risky and it probably will get destroyed pretty soon. And with all that positioning, it means it's amazing for the defense missions, once again, especially against the automatons. It's well protected, meaning you will be shooting at the heavies and taking them down very easily and swiftly, while your sentries or your teammates can get rid of the horde that's coming through the wall, if the wall is of course broken, if you let them to. Automatons are the best front for the anti-tank emplacement, as here you basically have only the pros. It's a perfect way to deal with heavies and a lot of heavies, as this front have, because it has good ammo economy. Trust me, 30 bullets is a lot. And it deals with them easily. Hulks are 1-tapped, tanks will be 2 taps, and factory SHREADER are from 3 to 5 taps, which turns hard convoy side objectives to pretty much trivial one as long as you destroy the turrets first, so you don't get the emplacement destroyed. Also, like I mentioned, if you get the high ground, you can wipe out basically the whole map from one spot, even the main objectives, if they requested to destroy something like the bunker. This one, for example, takes 6 shots. And yeah, basically none of the flaws of this emplacement appears on this front. It's only going to be quote-unquote useless if it gets one-tapped by some turret from like a fortress you didn't notice or the point of interest. Outside of that, it's perfect, and the last one I mentioned you can just counter by bringing some protection. Bugs and Illuminate are very similar when it comes to the anti-tank emplacement, so I'm going to talk about both of them in one segment. And while yes, it's still an amazing anti-tank, any heavy has no chance. I mean, the anti-tank emplacement is one of the best ways to kill the Leviathan, which is very tanky. Although both of those fronts are the horde fronts, meaning you're very vulnerable to the light enemies that there are a lot of, and you basically can't do anything about them. So it will be very hard to keep both you and the emplacement alive, and for that you will need a lot of team play. But I don't mean like a simple ally that you have with the randoms or overall with friends. No, you need to have a lot of team play so they keep you protected, and pretty much all they have to do is keep you protected, which is going to be hard if somebody is going to make an objective. And the second problem is there isn't just that much of utility that you could do. Most of the objectives here require you to actually go there and do them, and pretty much only the Shrieker and Spore towers are going to be a good target for the emplacement. Like I already mentioned, the warp ships are very tanky, so they eat a lot of ammo to be taken down. I'm not gonna lie, I remember this one to be pretty much better out here, but I guess I was just lucky. And If you want the both anti-tank but not be vulnerable, there is a better emplacement, which is the HMG emplacement. It will do everything that the anti-tank emplacement can do on both of those fronts, but at the same time you can fight off the horde, so there is not a problem, especially since the heavies are not that tanky, so you don't require an anti-tank too. The heavy armor penetration is going to be enough. So I personally just don't see it's worth to risk that much and take the anti-tank emplacement when you can just take the HMG emplacement. And lastly, equipment advisory section, which is going to be all about protection. For the bots, either shield generator relay or just throwable shield that we have from Siege Ready, so we block the incoming bullets and the emplacement doesn't get shredded to pieces. Just remember, first call the emplacement, then call the shield generator relay. And if you insist on using this one, not HMG emplacement, for bugs on and the illuminate, I guess except for teammates the best for your protection would be mines, because these won't team kill you when you stand in the place and they are good for the horde. But for the sentries, I guess the flamethrower sentry is pretty good, and the Tesla Tower sentry, both of those. So yeah, pretty much one trick pony, because on the automatons it's, well, amazing, but for other fronts, I mean, it's good anti-tank still, like I said, but it needs holy fuck level of protection and good placement to keep it alive. It's not really that worth it. Like I mentioned already, and I'm going to say it again, HMG placement is way better there. But anyways, I will be seeing you in the next one. If you have an idea what can I cover next, you can leave it in the comments. And sorry I was late one day, but I couldn't get it the day before, and today the video has probably a low voiceover quality, but for fuck's sake, with this aging throat I can't get anything better. Anyways, see ya, hopefully in 3 days. Bye, Hellavers.